facing the police every single day.
So now it's your turn. We'd like your questions. Yes.
Yeah, why would city council and your city lawyer, David Levin, ban filming public government officials in a public government building? Then after that, that lawyer told city council you could ban free speech. You got sued for that and lost. And then the next one that I haven't mentioned here in the meeting is we just found out for, and I believe I sent it to Polk there, we just found out when they ticketed me for free speech and put me in that administrative court with 7 people being my judge and jury, that was not their jurisdiction. If you have a constitutional issue, there's new Supreme Court case law, you have to have a jury trial. An administrative court cannot even hear it. It has to go to a real court. So that's another lawsuit. So what are you guys going to do about this out-of-control lawyer that's telling the city council they can just blow the Constitution out of the water?
I can just tell you we're looking for a replacement.
Very good. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I have a question. Bill Driver.
Yes.
In a recent.
Saying your name, just
Rick Perry.
That was Andrew. Rick. Thank you.
Resident here for, I don't know, 27 years, something. Too long to remember. Bill Driver in an op-ed about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, without getting into everything he said. One of the things he
Okay, so did you get to see any of that stuff that I sent her lately?
No.
So here's did you hear how many federal lawsuits they're up to? Did she tell you that?
No, she said they were actually, the first thing they're going to do is make him tell
They came in the back door.
what the amounts are, all of them individually. So they can
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
This is, and like I told you guys, I'm not the only one. There's another guy that they beat him at the police station for filming. So the latest one we just found out. So yeah, we got 2 against Punta Gorda right now. One's against. Isn't that weird? Farmers Market shut down. Isn't that weird? So we sued Farmers Market because they trespassed me for filming.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's got Lipker the cop plus Jerry plus we finally got John Wright with the summons. He was evading service for 4 months. And then the last one we just did is we finally filed for the Punta Gorda police station trespassing me for filming in the lobby, which is stupid. And then the next one we just did was the sheriff. We finally got the sheriff because he trespassed me for filing an internal affairs complaint. Do you remember when I ran as a sheriff as a joke? You remember when I ran sheriff as a joke? So I went in there to file an internal affairs complaint. He trespassed me and then crucified me all over the newspaper, TV. Yeah. He said, "How can Andy run for sheriff if he can't even go to the office?" Is that defamation? That's defamation. Are any of these candy bars?
No.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Yes, very good. Oh, God. Yes, that's right. My wife doesn't let me have it. So then the latest one we just did, this is very interesting. So the friend of mine that I found that's helping me with all this is he loves watching all the Supreme Court stuff that comes out, right? I mean, so fresh that it's not even on K-Stex yet, right? So this is the latest one we found out. I don't know if you remember or not, I was also covering the elections. And you have the right under the statute to film them shutting down to make sure they don't cheat, right?
Right.
Well, in the beginning, they were not letting me. They were trespassing me. And I thought I missed them all because of the 4-year civil rights thing. So we found out there's one left. So this dude, it's so bad. So they trespassed me for trying to film. It was at the library up on Forest Nelson. That's trash now.
Right.
And then after that, I went. Okay, Charlotte County at least does have a way to appeal, but again, it's in the administrative court. They hire a lawyer to be my judge and jury. Of course, how is he going to lean when they're paying him, right? Okay, so we went in there. So, you're a lawyer. You kind of know. In administrative court, they can only deal with supposed violation of the ordinance, right? So the supposed violation of the ordinance was filming, right? But what we found out, and it's a brand new Supreme Court ruling, it's not even on case text yet, and it has to do with Chevron getting shoved down, okay? You know, Chevron, you know, they're trying to blow up administrative courts because it's unconstitutional. It's a kangaroo court, excuse me, in my opinion. So, so this is what we found out. So they sent, so I appealed it, went to administrative court. That's what I mentioned in there. Is they're going to get sued on this too because remember I got all the tickets for free speech. Right. They put me in front of 7 rich white people to be my judge and jury and crucified us and said we couldn't talk about the Constitution. The new ruling stated you cannot have a constitutional issue in administrative court. They have to, it's out of jurisdiction. They have to go to real court. And the brand new ruling from the Supreme Court is also, do you know what the 7th Amendment is?
No.
The right to jury trial.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Guess what? No jury.
Right.
So we had, so we're going to get Charlotte County on that, okay, and then...
So it'll get overturned and you'll get a jury trial?
Huh?
It'll get overturned and then you'll get a jury
Well, that's the thing. It's already out of... But they screwed me for a whole year, so do I have damages?
Right.
Thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
A whole year of people not getting to see a nice guy like me. Do you know how damaging that is?
It's going to be interesting.
Oh, so if you get bored, go to the federal site. 4 live Andy lawsuits going on right now. I think for the moment that's enough. We're going to start also going after the people that assaulted me because we're starting to watch the clock on that. So Shorty's Bar's in court. Oh, did you hear about that? We beat motion to dismiss. Woohoo! With Gentile. Can you believe that? They tried motion to dismiss right away. Boom! We beat that. We're about ready to do the amended complaint. I didn't know that you could do discovery even when we thought when they filed motion to dismiss I couldn't do discovery. Gentile kind of yelled at me. He goes, "You should have read the rules. You should have been doing it the whole time." I'm like, okay, whatever. Okay, fine. So we finally got discovery in there. And she assaulted me again, man. I'm walking down the road and she's cleaning her thing. I didn't know she was there, and all of a sudden she's spraying her thing. All of a sudden she sees me, she sprays me.
Oh.
Dude, what?
And who is it?
Shorty's Bar. What's her
that
face?
chick. Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. You just said the right word. That's right. She's in court for being crazy and trying to assault me, and she just assaulted me again.
Can't make it up.
Isn't? I know. See, I just subtract all the greatest stuff. Dude. So anyways, yeah, say a prayer. There's a lot of stuff going on. The next one is a guy assaulted me with beer. When I was out there in front of City Hall one time, he's like, "You can't do that here." He's drunk. He came from his house. By the way, can we go for him in his house insurance? He came from his house drunk.
Yeah, I don't know if you can. I think you have to be on this property.
I have to. All right. Well, we can still try, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, he came from his house drunk, and then started chasing me, threw beer on me, and then when I finally started calling the cops, then he took off. But you know what's worse than that? I saw him at another event, and one of the Punta Gorda cops is right next to us. He sees me, I see him. He starts to assault me again right in front of the cop. I'm like, this is the guy you've been looking for forever. And what did the cop do? Defended the rich white guy and not him. All on video again. Yeah. So anyway, say a prayer. It's going to be interesting. What are you doing? Are you busy November 6th, 9:30 a.m.?
I don't know yet.
Do you like guns?
He may be hungover.
Oh, that might be the day.
Oh, that's right. The election. That's right. Swearing in.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's right. I already asked because I think I mentioned that to you. We're finally going to get my gun Rahimi hearing with McPhee.
Oh yeah. Where's that? Here?
Right here, Charlotte County.
Oh, okay.
So
Good luck.
what they've been doing forever is illegally taking people's guns without a proper hearing.
Oh, I can't believe they do that anyway. That is crazy.
That's insane, right?
If you didn't commit a crime with a gun, how can they take your gun?
And worse than that, I think I told before, they hate me so bad that you know and I know, if you are a true threat, you can still, under state and federal, have air gun, pepper spray, pepper ball, Okay, black powder 1850 and before, right?
Right.
You know what they told me?
No.
I can have none of it.
Oh,
So,
Defend yourself.
huh?
How are you supposed to defend yourself? That's crazy.
Carry an obese cop, I guess? And they won't even give me an obese cop. So what am I supposed to do?
I'm not a big fan of the sheriff, I can tell you that.
Okay, all right. So do you think, for 1 second there, the guy that was running against him won? You think they did flip the vote, or eh?
I doubt it. I just didn't think, I just didn't think he got enough. I think he got in it too late. I think if he would have
He did that, I agree.
You know, there's so much that you can attack on the sheriff, just his oversight.
Oh, it's mind-blowing.
His budget.
Mind-blowing.
All these real estate projects that he doesn't need. I mean,
Mind-blowing.
wasting-
All the toys,
And how the county commissioner can let him get away with it. It's
right?
crazy.
I don't get it.
it's always good.
Well, see, and that's a question okay, so who, like I said, we just sued I wanted to go after the county with the sheriff lawsuit because you know and I know who funds the sheriff. So do you agree we should have included the county?
He's an absolute sweet.
Why not?
Because they could have cut his butt, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They could have said, if you don't knock it off, we're going to take your money.
Well, and I told Ryan when, we had these brainstorms.
Yes.
sessions, and I told him, I said, listen, man, you guys
Give her
are
a bracelet.
focusing on the wrong things. And I said the same thing to Dave Kalen. I said, instead of you focusing on what happened with the old SOE, why don't you focus on her and all these complaints she has for a
Right.
hostile work environment.
Right.
Why don't you go after all that? Because that's something that's going to get people upset.
Right.
Because everybody can relate to that.
Right.
The conspiracy stuff about the votes is just, they think you're kind of crazy when you know what I'm saying? Just the normal person.
Right.
I think something like the hostile work environment, everybody's been in that situation to some
Right.
extent.
Right.
And they understand it. I think, especially as a woman, you really look bad when you're fostering something like that.
Right.
Because you're supposed to be, on the opposite end of that.
Right.
So I felt like Dave missed a good opportunity there, and I felt like Ryan should have really focused on.
He should have ran on weed. Trump is supporting weed. I told him to run on weed, and now Trump is supporting weed.
Yeah, he was going back and forth on that too. I mean, he's sitting there making he went to St. Anthony's. I think you were there.
Right.
He sat there and he kind of like made both arguments. And I'm like, well, dude, you got to pick a side.
He should have picked.
He should have picked the
If he
opposite
would
side
have picked
of
weed
the sheriff.
that day, I think he at least would have got more votes.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, even Trump is for it now.
Well, you got to go the other side of the sheriff. You know what I'm saying? You're
Right.
opposite sheriff.
Right.
You beat him, so you want to feel the people who would oppose his position. So
Right.
You can go the opposite direction.
Right.
So I think he had a couple missed opportunities. I think the biggest thing about him is he didn't he had a management background but didn't have any law enforcement.
Right.
If he'd had some law enforcement,
I still think we need to get away from that,
the
dude.
problem is, okay, you're younger and you're open minded.
Right.
He's old. You still got most of your voting block is
Right.
65 and older.
Right.
They want that. I don't
Police state? You know what's sad? And here the older people grew up in freedom.
care. They're scared. Now they're scared because they're old. You know what I'm saying? I just think.
Then carry a gun.
Yeah,
Come on, man. Hey, by the way, getting back to the conspiracy theory, I don't know if you heard about this. So this is a conspiracy theory we might be opening up with the lawsuit with the supervisor elections in Charlotte County. We didn't name supervisor elections, but we named a bunch of people working that day. Red-haired lady, Julie, she's in there. Okay, because this is what happened. I don't know if you heard about this. So Julie hated me so bad because I got tons of video of me and her getting into it, right? Just for the right to watch them shutting down, right? So rumor is, and actually it's verified, multiple people were there when they saw it, some other people saw the video. She stood up in the meeting 2 years ago, that's when they got me on the free speech on the sidewalk with Judge Bell. She stood up in the meeting and said to Paul Stamos before he quit, "What are we going to do about Andrew Sheets?" Dead serious, in a training. And you know what Stamos said? Me and Judge Bell took care of that problem. Is that scary? Is Judge Bell supposed to be doing stuff off the bench like that? Can I get if I can get them in depot and prove that, then can I go after that fucker?
Well, if you can get him on, if you can have witnesses that can verify that you made a statement against interest, then yeah, you got your foot in the door anyway.
Okay, yeah, because I don't know if you heard. You know, I already tried suing him once, right?
Yeah.
Because that failed.
Yeah.
But if I can find out if he really did this stuff off the bench, that's pretty freaking bad, right? Yeah. So that's going to be a fun case. But yeah, say a prayer. A lot of stuff going on. Whoa, $250.
Well, hopefully, I think at least going forward that we can calm some of us down in the city anyway, and just tell these guys, why do we keep, doing this?
Right.
Just give people their, let them exercise their rights.
Right.
And it's just, I think it's crazy and it's a waste of money.
Right.
I mean, they keep doing it, and I just don't get the mentality. And I think the mayor had a lot to do with all that. 'Cause she doesn't want anybody saying anything about her. You know what I'm saying?
Can I answer that? I agree with you. So that's what I've been telling my friend. Let me see if you agree with this. They want complete fascist control of the narrative. Yes or no?
She sits there. If I'm sitting there shaking my head no in there,
She's wagging her finger at you.
and she's you have something you want to say?
Right.
Oh, yeah, you want me to go up to the podium? Yeah.
Right. Where you don't have a timer. There should be a timer. And is that list of rules behind them legal or illegal?
Well, they're going to open them up.
Doesn't that stifle speech?
Yeah, they're gonna,
That's, you know what they're saying, right? If we don't like what you say, we're going to charge you with disturbing.
yeah. Well, they're gonna let
No, sir, your 3 minutes are up.
Yeah. Bam!
They're letting people clap, and they're gonna. I think they're gonna expand the time limit. So
Oh, really?
that's
Wow.
what we're talking about.
But we need a timer, man.
Well, you need somebody
Everybody's got a timer or one of those lights.
Why isn't it up on the overhead?
It should be.
I said that. I said
That's
that.
like
I
basketball.
agree.
You
I
know,
agree.
Mo Howard,
Oh,
he
yeah.
got up to talk
She cut them
about.
off.
She did at 2 minutes and 35
But
seconds.
she let Larimore go on for
Google
an
it.
extra minute and a half.
Pisses me off.
I know. I got a friend of mine that's an activist up in Washington D.C. He blows past their 3 minutes because he knows it's free speech.
Right.
Of course, they are trying to ban him now.
They probably tap for you if they hear.
Okay, if I walked in there with an offensive shirt, could they do anything to me?
They shouldn't. The one guy got up in Janine's face because she had her buttons on. What's that crazy?
Oh, I remember
Joe
that.
Como.
Yes, I heard about that.
Greg had a red, white, and blue shirt on that had part of the American flag on it. He
Right.
was saying that was offensive, and he shouldn't be able to wear it anymore.
Wow.
I agree with
Wow.
He got
you. Who are these
reprimanded.
people?
Right.
I blew up over that. I just said.
Buttons?
Mm-mm.
Wow. So buttons are illegal. Clapping is illegal. Unbelievable. Andy's illegal.
Really. I love when you go into it. I always laugh. Richie's my favorite though.
Well, the birds are coming back, so I guess I'm not going to be able to go to the meetings for a while now. But yeah, say a prayer, dude. We are trying. You know, and I know. Don't file anything that's not frivolous. All of our stuff's legit. It's all on video. It's kind of hard to beat video, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
It's documented.
Yeah. So we will see. But anyways, I got to go.
All right, man. Good seeing
You have a good day.
All right.
Andrew, I got a question.
What's that?
Your wife, is she a member of the Filipino American Society?
Can you want to both hear about this? Are you ready for this?
Okay, maybe I don't. Does she know Lang Summers?
Possibly. She is blackballed because you know how many Filipinos are married to cops?
A bunch of
Multiple. And do they like Andy?
No.
So they literally blackballed her.
Wow.
And she doesn't get involved in, she's not me.
Right.
She does her thing. She sings at church, you know what I'm saying?
But doesn't Lang Summers holds these parties every once in a while where they do karaoke? Her whole house is set up.
Yes, yes. Nita used to go to all of it, but she is blackballed now. Honest to God. For years, blackballed. All started with the one Filipino married to Jacob Hawkins, sheriff deputy.
Well, I have never
That's
met your
great.
wife. And
Right.
then I saw a picture of her and I thought, I know her.
Yeah, so
because she used to go to those.
Yeah. No. She is righteous. She's clean hands. She goes to work out. We do our business. She sings at church, and they blackballed her. Not a joke.
Right.
Total blackball.
She's around the world.
Huh?
I can sure ride more else.
Yes. Now we're trying to get her pumped up that we're going to win a bunch of money here.
Right.
Did you hear about the new email that I made?
No.
Okay, tell me if you guys like this one. Show me the money, PG. You like it?
No, they'd rather spend 3 times the money they're going to pay you in legal fees to fight it.
Dude, I don't get.
I know.
They want to go all the way and they know they're guilty?
Well, it's that attorney, dude. He's making money all the way to this.
I know. He doesn't care. Yes, he's making money. And that, by the way, I did give them the notice of intent to sue. They could have settled then.
Right.
And I even gave them another notice that, hey, you guys know you did all this stuff. If you want to do one lump sum,
Right.
let's rock. And what they do? Nothing.
Feel it.
There you go. They don't care.
Oh, yeah. He's just, dude, he cracks me up, the stuff that he gets away with, that he does on his own.
Right.
And they just, okay, here's the bill.
Except for the last meeting, I was shocked. They know there's an election, so they actually overrode him and said, we're going to help you guys.
Oh, yeah.
I was shocked.
Yeah, that's the only reason, pal.
That is correct. Oh, I know. That is. I agree. That
I
is.
don't think Murray told him to write that letter. That was Murray Covey.
So who do you think is the main evil people? It's the mayor that's the most evil, or Murray, or both?
Both.
Wow. No kidding.
I actually think the mayor's the most evil. Because the stuff that she pulls, man, I mean, it all, you can trace everything back to the military heritage
Right.
and stuff that she's trying.
Right.
I will give Murray credit. When she was trying to buy the building, she wanted to buy that building they were in.
Right.
Murray shot it down.
Oh, wow.
So I
No
was surprised
kidding.
by that.
Right.
That was even a bridge too far for him because, it was in such disrepair.
Oh, it's so bad. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, but I mean, she was all about that. Okay.
She had it all taken care of.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that one guy, that's why that one guy got in trouble. What's the little guy's name? The older little guy who's like the number 2 guy over there?
Gary Butler.
Yeah. He's in
Right.
front of the Punta Gorda Civic Association.
Right.
The historic district. And he said, oh, we're really close. We
Right.
got something worked out with the bank. We're going to,
Oh,
this is a pending.
Yeah.
This is definitely going to happen. This was like a year ago.
Oh
He
my.
got beat like a dog over that.
Oh my.
Yeah. So.
It's like it's really dirty here in Charlotte County, right?
Corrupt.
I can't even.
Ask me how I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. But we're going to find out through discovery, right, in federal court.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
We're finally out of their jurisdiction. We're down here, right? All right.
Hey, how come you didn't get on Leah Viente?
What happened?
He was.
What do you mean? What did you say again?
Leah Viente.
If I seen her, I would know her.
Leah.
Supervisor.
Valente.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. What did I do to her?
Well,
Why
he's
didn't
on-
you jump on the bandwagon there?
What do you mean?
Shit, she's corrupt.
Well,
What?
yeah, we already knew it.
Why didn't I sue her? Do you mean?
It was before her. It was Stamolus.
Yeah, the reason why we couldn't add her is because it was during Small's time. And he didn't want to do... So my helper, assistant, okay, and I'm sure you'd agree with this, you really don't want to put anybody unless you got them on paper, right? So guess what? Small's is not on paper. So he goes, if we go to Discovery and we find out about him and Judge Bell...
Right.
By the way, and then we'll be over the 4 years. But if we get it through Discovery, can we add?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, you're not sure?
Yeah.
All right. So, but yeah, that's why we didn't go for Leah. Even though if somebody is decent with records, they could fry Leah all day on records. She is the worst at records request. Somebody could sue her all day on that.
Somebody's going to get her, trust me.
Well, they...
She's too obvious.
Caught her red-handed enough
Yep.
before that election, breaking all these rules.
Right.
Frickin' got away with it.
I don't get it either, man. Well, rumor is she slept her way to the top, so she has a lot of backing, right? Yeah. I mean, you saw I did my part, right? I asked the husband. I didn't know it was her husband.
Oh, I see. I
The
did
2
see
abortions.
that.
Was one of them yours? Oh! That was pretty good, you gotta admit, right? I did not know it was him, by the way. Okay, I did not know it was him.
That was good.
Yeah, so anyways. All right, I got to go before the wife freaks out. Her PTSD, police traumatic stress disorder, is so bad. This is how bad it is. I'm going to end with this. The other day I was down at federal court to pay for the lawsuit because I love filing through the portal because you get pictures. We're putting pictures in there and they're color. You know, when you scan them, it sucks. So anyways, the computer broke down. You cannot bring your cell phone into the federal court. So here I'm over the normal amount of time for running down there to pay to come back. Dude, she had a panic attack because her police distress disorder is that bad. Yeah. She literally called people from church and said they got me again. That's how bad it is. I'm serious. It's funny, but it's not funny. It's bad. She personally saw me arrested twice for free speech. That's pretty messed up, right? She comes from a third world country and now she came to a country which she thought was free, but it's not free.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing has been pretty crazy.
It is, absolutely. So we're going to find out. We're in federal court. We've got 4 cases. I think that's enough for the moment. More are coming, though. I got to go. You guys have a good day. All right.